How's it going, everyone? It is Monday, September 30th, 2024. Let's get into the picks from the last video. I gave a day trading long on TCOM, Trip.com. So this stock has gone parabolic, and we were taking a day trade on it yesterday. So here was a setup that I outlined in the video, and I think it happened pretty much right when I was taking the setup. So broke through this high of the day right over here. Close at about 660. So I like the setup. Nice steady price action on that day. If we take a look at what the market was doing, it was moving down a little bit. So as soon as it stalled, this stock started to bounce. Lots of volume, lots of strength, really strong D1 stock, ton of momentum on the D1. So it was really a nice way to trade that. Got in here, got out here. Could have held it till the end of the day as well if you wanted to, and you would have made a pretty nice profit on the stock. So that was a nice little win that I took. And I took a smaller trade just because it was kind of a dead day, but still pretty much was typically about what I normally take on a day trade. So nice little win in TCOM. WBA is the short that we're in. One short right now. So stock certainly got this little high volume green candle, not ideal. Testing this level right here today. So I want to see it start to move down and challenge this low. I really don't want to see it break above this level. At any break above this level, I'm going to take the loss. But right now, the stock is compressing. Looks like buyers are holding on. We're not able to retrace a lot of the moves. So I like to see either a couple of tests, and then we start to roll over. I also like to see a bigger smackdown, but so far the price action tells me that this is pretty strong, so we may have to take a loss on WBA here. The other pick I gave on Friday was Zim. And on Zim, it's breaking through some horizontal resistance. It's getting through a lot of kind of key levels at the moment. There's another big horizontal resistance right around here, around $25. So you can see it hit this level today, bouncing off. It got rejected. Actually managed to gap up and get through that level, but again, hitting another line and just kind of stalling around. So definitely works in terms of the overnight gains, but intraday, it's been very hard to trade. So I didn't end up taking Zim, even though it ended up being a winner. Based on what I saw here, this was not, I mean, what was maybe the most compelling thing is we got heavy volume. We kind of held up a little bit, and then this was a light volume, move down, but it retraced a good chunk of the move, which I didn't like, which told me that maybe not as bullish as I thought it would be. Same thing here, big move up, lots of heavy volume, and then we just kind of fizzle out, do nothing. So Zim was a no trade. Let's take a look at what's happening today in the market. Long term, fundamentally, technically, nothing has changed too much. The market is still, after the breakout, in this sort of weak, tiny body candle drift higher. We don't want to get caught holding a whole bunch of swings, having a whole bunch of size right now. Be really patient. Just take some day trades. Maybe take one or two short-term overnight swings, one, 2 or 3 days. Don't be overloading on your swings at this point. If the market's not really going to get any movement by Tuesday, Wednesday, start taking out some of your longs that you're in. And I would probably get more to the sidelines and then wait for the next little dip and then reload on that dip. Now, on a shorter term time frame, you can see that the market it did actually gap up to the new all-time high. So here's the first all-time high, steady move up higher, big gap up, filled in the gap, and then kind of chopping around here again, just forming this little wedge, I'd say, on a shorter term or maybe a medium-term time frame. And yeah, really just not doing a whole lot, in my opinion. I just wait for some of these contra moves. So kind of wait for these contra moves to play out, and then you can find a nice, strong stock. Okay, so M5 for today. Yesterday was a pretty weak bearish trend day in my opinion. So there was some maybe some there wasn't even actually a lot of decent shorts. That's actually I just took trip.com because this bearish trend day was so weak that a really strong stock is just going to do its own thing. Um, and it's very easy to find relative strength and relative weakness. So on a day like today, we got a gap down, small gap down, tested the prior day low, nice long green candle, and we attempted to fill in the gap in the first 15 minutes. There we go. It's a little bit cleaner to see. Um, Market went back in, tested the bid, and then after that little check, we're starting to move higher. Very garbage move. Lots of mixed candles, mixed colors, lots of tails and wicks, very low volume, lots of overlap. So for every move gets challenged in both ways. This is just kind of program testing the bid and ask. It'll eventually reach some critical point where sellers kind of come in, and then it'll reach some critical point where buyers kind of come in. So right now, I think we are in a slight bullish trend. I like what I'm seeing here on the buy side. And I actually would even probably take a little long on SPY over here at VWAP. So I may just do that right now. Okay. So see if that gets filled. Um, Now, what trades can we find for today? So I got a couple of tags. We want to find some stocks with some very nice price action, some strong volume. So I got a couple of decent picks for today. PPC, nice bullish flag formation. This could actually be a pretty decent swing. So nice move earlier. Here's your first entry on this gap. This real gap up, tiny reversal, and then move back higher. New high the day early on. So cleared a lot of these levels, not a ton of D1 stuff coming in the way, and had a really nice move higher. We did get this pullback later in the day, this LRSI pullback, but I thought the volume was actually kind of heavy, so I didn't want to take this pullback trade over here. I thought this was a little bit too organized, a little bit too high volume for me. Thought I'd wait, so didn't end up taking that trade. Carvana, nice one here. Had my alert pop off on that from Friday. And this actually could set up pretty nice in the day. So nice move up here. Finding some support right around the 165 level. Good ATR of about $8 here. Stock has plenty of room to get to this high plus trend line. And we got a nice little foothold right here. So Carvana could be a nice little overnight swing. It is holding up decently well. We have a bit of a double top. So what I'd want to see for Carvana day trading wise is we get this move up. We get one smackdown. We get a second smackdown higher or lower high. And then we get the breakout candle. If I get that, then that'll be an excellent day trade setup. That's probably one I would feel pretty confident taking. There's also a couple nice ones. CHRW. I'll call this out a couple days in the chat. Nice breakout on the 23rd, has having some follow through on that guy. A little pullback, breaking out of compression again. So decent stock on a swing trading basis, not as much on a day trading basis. AFL, nice stock on a swing trading basis as well. Not a ton of ATR and movement on a day trading basis, so keep that in mind. CAPR, Big Momo made a giant move today. Just kind of waiting for a pullback on this guy. We're still making these lower. There's kind of a weak trend here. So this LRSI pullback could be setting up. Let me put up LRSI here, see if it gets triggered on anything. Yeah, maybe it gets pulled back here. I want to see a flat bottom HA, which will be the next candle, and I want to see it close above that 8 EMA. So that could work. Broke through this relative high, had a nice little follow through. Now it's pulling back here. It may have to test this level. Right now it's still in a bit of a weak downtrend, so I want to see some of this line get breached, at least in a time breach maybe. I want to see maybe a bit of a double bottom form, a bit of a sideways base. Right now we're still making these new lows on this shorter term pullback. So I need to see that kind of stall out. But that's a nice one you can trade. ASPN broke through this wedge, has a little bit of room to this high around 3160, 3170. Holding the gains. Not, I don't love this move up because this is a long green candle and it's taking a while to digest, but we are getting this upward sloping trend line, a bit of an ascending triangle here. If I were to draw a setup here. So when we get that breakout through the high, we got the buy signal. Now we just need to break out through the high, and then we're in good shape. So just going through a couple of picks. On the long side, I mean, I don't feel great about a lot of picks at the moment. The market is really garbage, and there's not a ton of picks right now that's setting up. I think it's a day on these LPT days where either you want to get in very early or you want to really wait out the pullback and not really push your luck. You don't want to get caught in these kind of no man land areas where it's like, well, the market can do anything, the stock can do anything. You want to be pretty selective, and you're better out sitting out on a lot of trades on a day like this. So I think the pick for today that I'm going to give is going to be Carvana. And on Carvana, I'm looking for this pattern specifically. We hold this level here. We get a double bottom, high or low, and then we break through the upside, close, ideally on like some kind of bar like this or like this, right? We get this key green bar. We absorb some of the selling pressure, and then we start moving. So if I see that setup, I wouldn't mind taking a day trade, even potentially an overnight swing. Share is fine. If you like a CDS I think works pretty well in this scenario. We got some good option liquidity. We got some room to the upside. It's going to be a short-term trade because of the market. And that's pretty much how it goes. So that is going to be our pick for today. Carvana as a day trade long. We'll see if that sets up. So thank you for watching, everyone. Please be patient today, and we'll take a look at how Carvana did in the video on tomorrow.